Week 4 of the PPL, and the Bayern Mewnich is at 3-0 with a plus 12 differential. And we're going to continue this win streak this week, despite a tough opponent in Slyroh and the Pittsburgh Pyroar. Because it doesn't matter who we face, we're going to beat them regardless and get that goddamn cup that we've been wanting for 2 seasons in a row. Now Sly, I know you're filled with determination and think you can beat me. However, this season is my genocide run, and you are gonna have a bad time, kiddo. Yeah, what is up, PPL fans? Schady here, coach of the Bayern Munich, and welcome to PPL Week 4. This week we're up against Slyroh and the Pittsburgh Pyroar, and if you're wondering what that intro was, he has a huge fetish for Undertale, so you know, kinda had to be done. And yeah, before we get into the game, shout out to Juan for joining my team, and Rhyquin for recording the match. Links will be in the description down below. They're both in Division 2. They're both lovely people, and you should check them out. I don't know who's going to make the thumbnail yet, because I don't actually know what I want to make the thumbnail yet. But we will get to that when we get to that. Link is also in the description to whoever that is. I don't know, dude. Also, shoutouts to Keyno for the graphics you see on screen, as well as Titos for making the thumbnails for the PPL. Now, also shout out to Slyroh, my opponent this week. His links are in the description down below. He's a very, very cool dude. You should check him out and watch his stuff. He has just made a non-Pokemon channel, which I'm always happy about because non-Pokemon content is fun. And yeah. Now let's get into team preview. If you want to know what I'm bringing, you should check out my team analysis. That went up on Thursday, late on Thursday, yeah. So if you want to watch that, you should check it out. It's the last video on my channel, or it's going to be in the description below. I always forget that, so it probably won't be. You will see, you know, if it's there, it's there, and I did a good job, I guess. But regardless, team preview. As you can see, I'm bringing Megalovania, Mewnich, Seismitoad, Skuntank, Crobat, and Porygon 2. As I watch the team analysis to see the sets. There's some pretty cool ones there, if I do say so myself. Now, Sly decided to bring Cofagrigus, Lantern, Hydreigon, Arcanine, Mega Altaria, and Roserade. Not what I expected at all. Well, I expected a lot of these, obviously. I expected the Lantern. Hydreigon had to come. Cofagrigus absolutely had to come for my Megalovania, and I also knew Roserade was coming. The only 2 things I'm surprised by are Arcanine and Mega Altaria. Now, both make sense in hindsight, but they were less expected than other things. I expected him to bring Bronzong for Stealth Rocks, and maybe Hitmontop for spinning. And I definitely expected him to bring Weavile. Weavile was so scary while prepping, because like I did calcs and like, oh, this 2-8 kills is the thing I love, and that's not fun. But hey, it's not there, and that's great. I'm pretty sure he was expecting me to bring the defensive Mewnich again to deal with it. It didn't, so that's good for me. I didn't do that. I have no item on Mewnich, but as you will see later on, it doesn't actually come into play whether I have an item or not. The only other knockoff use that he has on his team right now is Cofagrigus, which I kind of expected to have knockoff just because of P2, which is otherwise a very safe switch in because it doesn't really care about Will-O-Wisp. So yeah. The only real threats I see are Hydreigon and Mega Altaria. Roserade I can deal with, and this also means that since he didn't bring Weavile, Mewnich outspeeds his entire team, which is great for Tailglow late game sweeping. Skuntank also outspeeds a good chunk depending on spreads, because I'm sure some of these are going to be bulkier, looking at those last 4. And Crobat also outspeeds everything that he has, barring Scarfus and Timid Hydreigon. So that's that. In hindsight, Arcanine makes sense after the game. I will get to that when we get to that. He told me the reason why he brought Arcanine, and it makes sense if you look at that. So yeah, I'm just gonna lead off with my Megalopony. I'm gonna click on the play button now. So yeah, I'm gonna leave with Megalopony because it's a safe lead. I want to get my Mega off as soon as possible, even though he doesn't have the Weavile. Having a Mega up is gonna be really huge. And he's issuing a challenge as always. You know the deal. He's gonna lead off with Nano, his Roserade. Didn't expect that. Made me think that he's more of a Spike Steed potentially. So yeah, turn 1, I'm just gonna go for the safe fake out. I know he's gonna go for Fergus, and I probably should have gone for Toxic, but I wanted to play it safe. If he for some reason stayed in and hit me with an extra transfer, and I would have died. That would have been less than ideal. It was very unlikely, but you know. So, get my Mega off as early as possible, which is huge because now it's beat his entire team, barring Scarfus, which is neat. Go for Fake Out on the Confederates. That does a good chunklet, and he turns out to be Rocky Helmet, as you will see in a second. I, of course, get the Mummy ability. Now, Rocky Helmet is good because, for one, he doesn't have passive recovery leftovers, and two, he does not have Chesterberry, so it can't be rest of Chesterberry, so this thing is a lot easier to wear down, which is exactly my game plan. So, gonna go to Skuntank, and he misses a Will-O-Wisp. This is gonna be a recurring trend of hacks in this game. I'm gonna set a substitute on this Confederates as he's gonna go for another Will-O-Wisp now. I knew he would switch or try to go for Will-O-Wisp since a normal Skuntank doesn't do a terrible amount to Confederates. So Sub was my best player. I'm kind of using the fact that I got lucky. I don't get lucky often, so yeah, I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna go for S3W4. He goes into Arcanine. Which is good, because if he's defensive, I outspeed him. If he's offensive, I do a lot of damage with that one. That is tells me that he is not special defensive. I'm not exactly sure if he is offensive or anything of the sort yet. So as I said, I can speed if he's defensive, and he outspeeds me, which tells me that he either has just a lot of speed investment to outspeed potentially Manaphy, or he's just offensive, which is definitely a possibility. Don't see Life Orb, as you can see here. I'm just going for Sledge Bomb. He has a chance to kill if he's offensive. Which would be huge. Getting rid of the thing would be amazing, and I do. It just dropped. Skuntank putting in the finest of work already, and Arcanine goes down turn, what, 4, I think? Yeah, roughly that, which is amazing. Yeah, that's just nice. Skuntank getting that early kill. So he's gonna go into Deltamon, his Hydreigon. I'm just going to my dedicated counter, which is Alabadi Crobat. I can scout for the things item and see what I want to do, roost up the damage, etc., etc. And that's just all fine and dandy. He's gonna go for Draco Meteor as expected because I don't have my Aromatisse, and that does a lot, but not that much. He's not Life Up, as you can see. He's not Specs, and he's not Draco Blade or anything of the sort. I count everything. It's none of those. Excellent belt, 100%, because I outspeed him here, and he goes for U-turn. Also not Scarfed, so 100% excellent belt. I was so sure of that. He gets a crit on U-turn, I think. Yeah, it doesn't fucking matter, but he did. So hey. It just adds onto things, which is funny. Again, so he's gonna bring out Keyno on his Lantern, which I'm not too worried about because I do have my Seismitoad mainly for the thing, so that it's not as annoying as it was to me last season. And this will allow me to get up my rocks. So because of HP Grass, I can live one. If he doesn't, then that's fine. He goes for Icy Wind, which I did not expect, but it's really cool to see. Lowers my speed, which is fine, but he does literally no damage, which is fine. And if I can live any sort of HP Grass he could go for right now, so I'm just gonna get myself rocks. The only way he could actually knock me out would be if he specs, and he obviously can't be because he went for Icy Wind. So yeah. Stealth Rocks are up now. He doesn't have removal. He also does have Stealth Rocks of his own, which I forgot to mention team preview. He did not bring Bronzong or Sand Slash. No Stealth Rocks on my side of the field, which is so huge for my Crobat. Absolutely huge. A massive advantage for me. Yeah, puts me in a much better position. So, I'm gonna go in Crobat as he goes into his Dragon again. Drops Draco on my face. And once again, I can shoot this and roost off the damage. That's what Crobat is here for. It's basically a poor man's Tornadus T this game. Which, you know, it's fine. I'm okay with that. So yeah, he's gonna switch out his Dragon. I'm not gonna go for. I'm just gonna bother going for U-turn this turn because it doesn't really matter. And going to Daddy his Confederates now. As I'm gonna roost up here, I did Calcs. Shadow Ball. There's literally nothing because he has to be physically defensive to take on my Mega Lopunny. If he is Psychic and defensive, it does less than 40%, which is still fine by me. So I know he's gonna go. He has to go for Willis, or he's gonna do no damage to me. So we're just gonna click Taunt against the thing. He does go for Willis, which is perfect for me. And now I just have a free switch into Skuntank. I was fairly sure he pulled double here, expecting my Skuntank, but in the end, I didn't have to risk anything. I was in the driver's seat, so I'm just gonna make the safe play. He does pull the double into his Lantern, I do believe. Yes, he goes into Lantern Kim Jong-un. Which again, I don't particularly care. I have Seismitoad in the back, so I don't mind that double at all. As I said, I am in the driver's seat, and I'm just going for Sludge Bomb this here, right here, because I want to get damage off on the thing. It is annoying. I do like a crit poison, which is so unfortunate. As he goes for Thunderbolt, I can shoot at that. Sludge Bomb did nothing, which led me to believe that he's probably Assault Vest. So, as he's going to take more poison damage, brings him around half, which is great. I'm going to switch out of here and go with my Seismitoad now. I'm fairly sure he's going to go for Volt Switch, because he doesn't want to take much more damage, or he's going to Hard Switch, in which case, hey, I can react to that. He does go for Volt Switch. If I would have gone for another Sludge Bomb, this thing would have been very low, but better play is going inside the mode. And now I can fire off a Sludge Wave because he's not going to stay in here, and everything which is going to take some damage from that. Because on a Dragon again, the Sludge Wave is my best play. So he goes into Daddy, his Cofagrigus, because it turns things into mommies. I think it's a beautiful nickname. And Sludge Wave does absolutely nothing, as you can see. But I'm just going to go for Earth Power. I can live an Energy Ball, depending on damage rolls. I don't think he's going to go for it. And I get a crit. He would have lived that. He would have. So that crit is huge. His Mega Lopunny counter is gone. And I'm in a huge advantage. He probably should have gone to Roserade regardless, but still that crit is very, very good for me. Puts me in a huge advantage. And if he had T-Spikes, you know, I still have Skuntank, so that doesn't matter. I don't know what he went for at all, but, you know, as you can see, he misses my Sleep Powder this turn as I go into Skuntank on the Roserade. I was just kind of expecting him to go for Extra Sensory, which is why I went to Skuntank rather than Crobat. I didn't want to risk Crobat getting low. So seeing as I outspeed, seeing as, you know, Black Sludge, I got that first. I'm going to set up Summon the thing. He goes for another Sleep Powder, and I am safely behind the sub. Once again, Skuntank dodging the status, and I'm abusing it in my favor because this is a competitive league. I'm not going to, you know, be nice during a game. If I get lucky, I'm going to use it. It's simple it is. Sludge Bomb does actually nothing because he's spit F Roserade. Sludge Bomb still breaks my sub, which just shows you that Roserade is really fucking powerful, and Skuntank isn't the bulkiest guy around without an Assault Vest or heavy investment. So, seeing as he has seen sub, he's not going to go for Sleep Powder. If he does, that's fine. I'm just going for S Spray on the thing. Drop its special defense a little bit, and then I can go for another Sludge Bomb and do a buttload damage to it. I see he just goes for another Sludge Bomb, expecting me to sub up, probably. And that does around 50 something HP, which is a lot. Considering he's defensive, I have HP investment, I resist that shit. Pretty stupid. So, I'm gonna go for Sludge Bomb here, it's my best play, I don't have a reason to go for anything else. As he goes into Deltamon, his Hydreigon, at this point I was like praying, don't get a crit or poison, this is already ridiculous. Like, honestly, this was way too much, I didn't want this, and I get another poison. I'm just getting all the hacks, like literally everything, except for dodging Dracos, which is good. So yeah, get the poison. Sludge Bomb actually did a lot of damage to the thing, which I'm very happy with. And yeah, stuff and things. This turn I'm going to duct tape my Porygon 2. Seeing as he isn't Life Orb, it doesn't really matter. Because P2 can shoot any hit. He goes for usually expecting a switch of sorts, which was his best play by far. And P2 chooses that because it's a P2, basically. So he goes back into Nando, his Roserade, and at this point P2 can already kind of, sort of, maybe a little bit win, which is great. Excuse me. So I'm going to keep P2 and go to Skuntank. It's the most expendable member of the team. It already has done all of its work, and which is quite a lot, to be fair. And he goes for the Sleep Powder, puts me in CP hits this time, which is great. And I'm going to get more Black Sludge recovery back, etc. I'm going to switch out of here because I don't want him to be annoying and, you know, maybe set up spikes because he still hasn't shown his full moveset. He still has one more move that he hasn't shown yet. So yeah, I'm just going to Crobat. As he's going to go for Leech Seed, which is one of the... No, wait, he hasn't shown two moves yet. This is one of the two. So, yeah, there's one move that I didn't see throughout the entire match. Spoilers. So yeah, going to get Black Sludge recovery back. So does he. And he's also going to get Leech Seed back, which is annoying, but it's fine. And at this point, I was fairly sure I could potentially, maybe, perhaps grab a kill with Brave Bird. Lantern was low, rocks are up, he's poisoned, so I was kind of hoping that maybe I could kill it. Just maybe. I'm Uninvested Crobat though, so, you know, Uninvested Crobat is kind of weak. And you will see that right here, as it does fucking nothing and he lives. Crobat, you tried. I'm proud of you. You're doing well on everything except for the whole killing part and doing damage part, which is fine. Is that what you're here for? So yeah, I'm going to lose CT damage. He gets that back, which means he's going to live the poison this turn, but he is guaranteed going to die next turn unless he pulls out rest or something. I'm just going to go my second Toad. This thing hasn't shown HP Grass yet. I'm pretty sure he doesn't have it. If he does have it, I can live. And this is a very, very safe switch in for me. He does go for the Ice Event, which was his best play overall. Lowering speed is nice. And it's the only move he has to hit Silent Toad apparently, so I'm good. Excuse me, I'm burping. I'm all kinds of sick and tired, so yeah. Excuse me. He's gonna get to poison damage, which is the second kill for Skuntank, killing things in sleep, which is probably not healthy, and you should probably see a doctor, or probably just go to jail, you know. Anyway, second kill was gunning after game, which is great. So he's gonna go into Rose Raid, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna go for the over prediction here. So I'm just gonna say and go for Earth. He'll get some damage off on the thing. He also hasn't showed a grass step yet, which is interesting. He has no reason to go for it yet, but you know, I'm modest. That does nothing. He is confirmed special defensive already, but still, that's stupid. Also, size control at this point is very expendable. I don't want to, you know, fuck around with getting the score up or something, or keeping the score up because I want to win. This is more important to win than keep the score up as of now. So this time I'm going to go into my Crobat as he goes into Bushnell, his Megalovania. Potentially expecting me to stay in. Maybe he doesn't have a grass type on his on his Rose Raid. I don't actually know. He sent me his team. I don't know because I have a bad memory. So, but however, this is perfect for me because Crobat is my dedicated Megalovania counter, my Rose Raid counter, and my Dragon counter. All of the things. This turn I am just gonna go for Taunt. It's my safest play. It's my best play overall because he could very well be a Cotton Guard variant or a Dragon Dance variant, and I don't want that to happen. I don't want any of that bullshit. So I'm gonna go for safe taunt as he's gonna go for the Dragon Claw, which is kind of what I was expecting for him to do and to pack, and it does a lot. He is adamant. And at this point I could easily go into P2 and preserve to the differential, but I decided to play it safe. Maybe he crits me on the switch and then kills me with a return or something. Didn't want that, so I'm just gonna go for the Super Fang, put the thing in range, and set my Crobat. Thank you very much, Crobat. You put in the finest of work once again because you're a Crobat and you're a god. So at this point, literally everything. He only has 3 months left. They're all in range for Megalovania. Very easy. I'm guaranteed to outspeed everything. And I'm gonna go for Fake Out because it doesn't fucking matter what I do. Maybe I get world's lowest roll, even though I'm pretty sure I was guaranteed to kill. I wasn't exactly sure on how much percentage he would add. So yeah, just gonna go for Fake Out. I don't lose anything from going for Fake Out. If he switches, then whatever he switches is gonna die, and then the thing is guaranteed in range even more. So it doesn't matter. First go for Megalovania of the game. That brings in Nano. If he's fully physically defensive, he can actually live this, which is kind of impressive because I don't have max attack. That's why. But he isn't. He's just gonna drop to that return, and all he has left is Hydreigon, and I'm just gonna go for Drain Punch on that thing and knock it the fuck out, and get Megalovania up to 8 kills this season, 8-0, 3 games, 8 kills, and 0 deaths, which is pretty impressive. So almost get back to full with my Megalovania, and that is the 5-0 victory for Bayern Mewnich in week 4 of the PPL. Whew, GG Sly. And yeah, that was a game that happened. MVP, I can't really decide between Skuntank and Crobat. Like Megalovania did all the cleanup late game, which was necessary. However, Manaphy was still able to do that as well, potentially. Or P2 would have definitely been able to clean up that game with just 3 Ice Beams, or maybe 4, depending on things and stuff. But yeah, Manaphy didn't hit the field. P2 only came out once to take a U-turn, which is unfortunate. But the other 4 put in the finest of work, and I'm very happy with my performance and the team's performance this week. Of course, I got very lucky, but after talking to Sly, he said it didn't change too much. It probably made the score a lot higher, but according to him, I would have still won. I'm just gonna take it for what he said and believe him. And I think it was a very good spot in this game from the start, so that's cool. And we are now 4-0 with a plus 17 differential, which is crazy. 2 5-0s, 1 6-0, and 1-0 in week 1 against Jack. We're doing very well, and I don't actually know if we're first or second because Sam has yet to play this game because he's a busy man. And Sly and I were the first ones to play because we played early because we're organized people, I guess. Not really. So yeah. That's that. There's a good chance that we're first because for Sam to stay in first, he would have to get a 4-0, 5-0, I think, something like that. Probably, yeah. He would have to get a 5-0. If it's a 4-0, it's tied. And since I have I think it's alphabetical order because there's nothing else that differentiates us. Maybe, potentially, perhaps. I don't know. I have a good chance of being first, basically. So Shroom, please don't fuck it up and don't get absolutely destroyed. You will get that in 2 weeks' time. 3 weeks' time. 2 weeks? 3 weeks, I think. Yeah, totally. I know that. I know my stuff. I know my schedule. 2 weeks. Yeah. Yeah, 2 weeks. Anyway, that's the game. That's the video. Next week. I don't want to talk about it, but next week we'll go up against the by far scariest player in the league. Sam Fufu and his Newcastle United. The battle of the Mews, the Mew Derby. The two so far undefeated teams. I don't know his result against Shroom, as I said, but with the two 3-0 teams that could potentially be 4-0, it's a title contender clash. Whoever comes out victorious in that game is in a huge, huge advantage in the title race, and I hope it's going to be us. And yeah, I think I can honestly say that Sam is one of the few players that I've played that I haven't played yet, but one of the very few players and people that I can honestly say is better than me. I like that. It's a challenge. I like challenges sometimes. Sam's team is very scary. There is a transfer window, which I don't necessarily plan on doing anything. If there's anything, you will know that. And if Sam does anything, that's just gonna be a pain in the butt, because I have done a little bit of prep work already, of course. So yeah, that's that. Definitely make sure to look forward to next week, because it's gonna be insane. As I said, make sure to check out Sly, Rhy, Juan. Juan, you broke the chain of rhyming things. God damn it. And person who made the thumbnail, which again I don't know yet. And the graphic artists in Keyno and Titos. And follow me on Twitter, and don't follow me on Tumblr. I haven't used it in months. The link is still there if you want to. I'm not gonna stop you. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching, and tell your friends to watch week 5, because it's gonna be great. Leave a like, leave a comment, leave some nudes. I will appreciate all 3, and hopefully see you guys next time. Goodbye.